Let's start with our first review, Pools. This stars Odessa Zion. It was directed by Sam Hayes. This was his first feature film. It's an indie film. This is about Odessa Zion's character. Her father passed away a year before. She has not been doing well at school. She's on the brink of getting kicked out. She's just not going to classes, kind of pushing through life, in all of her grief and such, and not getting any help or anything. Well, this is sort of like a 24-hour day in the life of her having to get her stuff together at this, and all she wants to do is swim. So her and her friends decide to go out for one last let's get drunk and just jump in rich people's pools at night while they're not home or they're not paying attention, until they stumble upon a house that no one's there. So they decide to take it over, and she thinks she just wants to live her life there. It's a very interesting movie. This movie is very vibrant, first of all. I want to say the cinematography in this, it's bright, it's colorful, reminds me very much of like a Wes Anderson film. And then also in the tone in the beginning, in the first half of the movie, I would say, has a very quirky Wes Anderson sort of vibe to it. Then it sort of turns into more of that coming of age. I would actually equate it more in tone to something like Garden State. So it's very disjointed in sort of how it takes on the message it's trying, or the theme it's trying to push, because you go from this very vibrant setting in this college where it's very quirky, of all these quirky cast of characters sort of coming together, and then you get to the back half and it's very dramatic, and it gets into her grief and her life and what's going on and like what she wants to do with the rest of her life and things like that. It is a good movie. It's a well-written movie. It just has certain uneven plot points in it that I just kind of took me out of it a little bit. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. I think that's a fair rating for a movie that really, when it comes down to it, like, it's interesting to watch. I do think people should check out, but it's not super memorable. Like, again, those movies I'm pulling from, the Wes Anderson films, Garden State, things like that, those are memorable films that really stand out. Performances, the story, the cinematography, the quirkiness of the comedy in it. All of this tried to do that, but it did not land fully. I did like the characters. I'd like to see all the actors go off and do bigger things, because they all did a fantastic job in this. But overall, this movie, sort of a miss for me in a bit of a way. Like, I was really looking forward to it when I got the screener for this, but it just, when it finally came down to watching it, like, it just didn't land fully. It is a good film. It is a good film in the sense, I'm sorry about that, that it does pull out emotions. It deals with grief really well in this, but it just doesn't add to the story that well. Like, by the time you get to that point, you feel like you've been on another journey, and then you get there and it's like, I don't mind dealing with this because I know she's going through it. Why now? Like, we were already dealing with something. So disjointed in that way. Although, like I said, 2.5 out of 5, that's not bad. Middle of the road. Go check it out. Maybe on streaming, I would probably recommend when it comes out, but it is brand new and it's out now. For our next, thank you for watching that one.